Hey guys, welcome to Super Rad Podcast Episode 6. I'm Tooth, and I'm here with Nick.
What's happening?
Landon. He waved at the recorder. And Mike.
That bastard. Howdy fellas, howdy folks.
And today for the music we have Aquatic Ambience from Donkey Kong Country 1 for the Super Nintendo.
Probably, maybe the best trilogy on the Super Nintendo. I mean, that and Super Star Wars sticks out to me.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Mortal Kombat, I mean there's more, but definitely a good game.
Great soundtrack. So, we're just going to go right into the halls.
What did we get? We got something crazy!
Mike picked up RapJam Volume 1 for the Super Nintendo.
The name is like, you gotta talk about the name. Volume 1, like...
There's never a Volume 2. And we played it for... You played it for like, what, 2 seconds? And it looked like...
I've played it before for about 10 minutes and it's...
It looked like the worst game I've ever seen in my life.
Probably the biggest waste of 10
Second
minutes.
release from Motown Software.
Yeah, this is a second release from Motown Software, the first being Bebe's Kids.
The popular and well-established
Animated movie, yeah.
Oh, man.
They can't die.
Motown Interactive open for 2 years. Good job, guys. You put out 2 steaming piles of shit.
Hey, you can't just assume that Bebe's Kids isn't quality.
No, I've seen someone do a playthrough of
You
it
make a good point. You never know.
online, and they tore it a new asshole, so...
Oh, man.
But the redeeming factor of RapJam Volume 1 is the lineup.
Oh,
okay.
Man. Holy shit.
You get to be Warren G,
Oh, dude.
Public Enemy, Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature, Yo-Yo, which is some, I don't know, we think it's some like R&B singer or
I think
something.
it was a lady.
Yeah, it was a chick.
It wasn't
yeah,
a man.
She was a woman, I don't know about a lady.
Yeah, she balls on the court, so I don't know, man. LL Cool J, House of Pain, Coolio,
Oh, from Keenan and Kel intro?
Dude.
What do you know about that?
and Onyx.
A good group.
Yeah, Coolio's on Nickelodeon's payroll at one point, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
Now he like sings for like quarters.
And still has crazy ass hair, I bet. His hair was always weird.
But enough Coolio talk. So, RapJam Volume 1.
It was only about, I think it was $5.
complete in box.
With box and manual.
You gotta pick that up. I mean,
yeah, you
it
can't
is
say no.
horrible, but it's hilarious.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
it's fun. Everyone that comes over, we'll have to show them.
Yeah, like it's something.
It's a talking point.
Yeah, something to show off to your friends. I mean, it's funny.
Some people think of conversation pieces as being like artwork.
No. Super Nintendo games with Warren G in them. That is a talking point.
That's important to us.
That's culture.
Yeah, right. And he finally got Super Baseball 2020, which I think is the best.
We could have a whole fucking argument.
Yeah,
about
well, no, we're gonna do a video on
Super Nintendo Baseball.
Super Nintendo baseball
Such a
games.
golden
I've talked
age.
about it in episode 2, I think.
There's just so many good ones. Like
Right. We're gonna do 3. In the video, it would be Super Baseball 2020, Super Baseball Simulator 1000, which Nick thinks is the best.
Well, there's a difference. I didn't say it's the best. I said it was my favorite.
That was your favorite, right?
it's
Okay.
definitely a different style. Like 2020 reminds me of Ken Griffey more than Simulator 1000. Like when I play Simulator 1000 or watch you guys play it, it's like chaos. I mean,
Oh yeah, because all the
people
powers.
are jumping and like people are jumping up to the upper deck to make catches.
Yeah,
That game's wild.
Yeah, I do love that game. And the third one will be Ken Griffey
The
Jr.
greatest.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr. presents on
Yep.
Super Nintendo. To me, the greatest.
Yeah, which
sports
is
game
Mike's
ever made.
favorite. Yeah. So.
That or NHL hits, but that's another talk.
Yeah, so we'll have a video on that coming soon.
I'm excited about, we should talk about NBA Jam if we're going to get into sports games on the Super Nintendo. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, because we have been playing a lot of Tournament Edition lately.
and I don't know if you guys know that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith is an unlockable character.
I did not. I knew you could be Bill Clinton.
You can be Reptile.
Whoa.
You can be Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
I
Are you guys talking about Tournament Edition?
Yeah.
You can be Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. I don't know who the third person is on the Clinton
The
team.
guy with the crown.
Is it Al Gore? All right, you could be
The guy with the crown and the cape?
Oh.
King? What's his name?
maybe Flavor Flav.
No.
Flavor Flav is in RapJam Volume 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's part of Public Enemy.
Okay,
right?
I just wasn't sure if we mentioned that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But there's tons of unlockable characters in Tournament Edition, but Will Smith as Fresh Prince is...
That's bonkers.
I don't know,
think
it might be in the original, not Tournament Edition, but one of the two. I'll bet my life on it.
We'll have to look that up and see what's up
do you
with that.
imagine dunking, as Fresh Prince?
Yes. And
On
it
the
would be
Super
amazing.
Nintendo. Oh my god.
And it would be life-changing.
90s overload. That's awesome.
I think Philadelphia is a level in RapJam.
Yeah, there you
Why
go.
not Chicago? Yeah, the first one we went to was Chicago.
You're playing the glass court.
Oh yeah, there's totally a glass court in RapJam, and it was just confusing the hell out of all of us.
That or they could walk on water.
Yeah.
Because it was a reflective surface they were playing basketball.
I'm
Right.
not ready to believe that white kid labeled pacifier and Warren G were Jesus as well.
Maybe Warren G, but
Maybe the regulator himself, but
you never know.
I don't know about Mr. Pacifier.
A
Don't.
12-year-old who's playing Warren G basketball.
Yeah, it was schooling Warren G at that.
I feel like you can't talk about that game and not want to play it. So I don't want people to go out and buy it. You know, like steer clear.
We'll pick it up. I mean, it's a novelty game, you know.
If it's $1.
Yeah, if it's $1, but don't
And
like.
that's still $1 wasted. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a steam.
But it's funny as hell, though.
yeah. The comedy is there.
So, Nick, you finally beat Chrono Cross.
I did.
Holy shit, man!
Finally did.
Wow.
No spoilers or anything about the ending, but because you sent me that picture, which was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was part of
That
it.
was insane. No spoilers. But so you kind of
show you the picture.
yeah, I showed it to him. You kind of reviewed it. You gave like a semi-review last podcast. So, what do you think? Can you give it a rating now that you've completely played the whole game?
Your finished thoughts?
Well, there's so much left to do in it that I didn't do, but
that's
just
true.
for one playthrough rating,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be impossible for me to be objective because it's just a Square game and I love it a lot.
You hate Square games. Though.
I'm going to give it like a solid 8.5 out of 10, 10 being the highest.
Wow.
Nice.
That's good. I mean,
Yeah, for one playthrough.
yeah.
A little, I don't know, difficult for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, that's what we talked about last time. Yeah.
I don't want to just repeat myself from last
Yeah, and you
time,
said-
but yeah, as one through, yeah, an 8.5, which is pretty high. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to go through it myself. So
Maybe one day there will be
Awesome.
a Chrono 3.
hopefully, I mean, I would
can always
obviously love to see it. I mean, Chrono Cross kind of came out of nowhere, so
Yeah. I mean, it was just, boom. Square's a wild company, man. They got a lot of...
Yeah.
I feel like they have stuff up their sleeves at all times. you know
yeah,
what I mean?
we just don't know or hear
Because like
about it.
Final Fantasy X remake, that just busted out. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, holy shit, like I gotta get a PS3 now if I don't have one or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
they showed that at E3.
And I mean, who knows what they'll HD remake? Maybe Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross HD remake?
HD collection,
Oh
maybe.
Wow.
I mean, that would obviously be amazing and be a high seller, but
You never know.
yeah, I beat Parasite Eve. The boss, Mike saw me.
Yeah, well, don't play that game by yourself at night if you don't like babies. That's
We
creepy
talked
as
about
shit, man.
we talked about that on episode 5.
That was some creepy
And
shit.
he got to experience it.
Something about those FMVs are just so scary.
Yeah, I told you, man, that game is creepy as
like
hell.
early 90s. Oh man.
But
PlayStation
yeah, just
FMV.
just beat that. The final boss has 5 forms.
Was it 6? Because technically you were running.
Oh yeah.
And that's a.
And then no spoilers there, but
Yeah.
but you get chased by the final boss at one point.
Essentially, you're playing six rounds in
Oh
in
my
a turn
goodness.
base, and then at the end he's chasing you with
Through a huge ship.
through something.
Yeah,
and
well, yeah. I mean, if you get
if he hits you,
just
you
through a ship,
you
you
gotta
die
do
instantly.
all 5 forms over.
Yep, you
again.
die instantly, and you have to fight the boss all over the 5 forms all over again.
Old school.
It was
Sure.
brutal at the end, but I
You
I
powered
did it.
through.
I powered through. I beat it. I loved the game. The plot got a little crazy. I mean, it's
Yeah, from what I caught, it was pretty wild.
it's really intense. If I tried to explain it, it would take up half the podcast. So I'll just say it's really crazy.
What is it in like a nutshell? Is it like a mutagen, like germs deep
Yeah,
in your DNA?
but I'm not even gonna get into it.
Okay, so some scientific shit goes down.
Yeah.
You gotta solve it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would take a long time if I tried to
And
explain
then
it.
some unscientific shit goes down.
Like the devil baby,
Oh, man.
scaring the living shit out of me.
So would you call it a horror game?
Yeah, it's like action, horror,
Scary
RPG,
elements to
science fiction.
Just Square's usual thing.
Yeah.
It's everything in one, huh?
Yeah, but it was more creepy and hard sci-fi than like, I don't know.
Real atmospheric
like,
game.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy. Yeah, it was really good. I'd probably give it about... The music was so amazing.
Music was great. I love that
It
music.
got a little repetitive at times, which kind of pissed me off, but I'd probably give it an 8.25.
That's pretty good. Did either of you guys play that game when it came out?
No.
No?
I knew what it was. But
Yeah,
I remember seeing a commercial and being like, holy crap, I'm not going to play that.
Yeah, no, we knew what it was.
The game
but
looked free.
Neither of us had it. No, I thought it was a great game. Yeah, just a couple minor things that could have been fixed.
What does it go for? Like, how much money does it cost, would you say? $20?
Yeah, you can find it for like $20.
The reason I bring that up is it worth the $20?
Yeah.
It's worth worth the price of admission?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So pick it up if you see it. I think it's a great game. I just started Parasite Eve 2. The controls are off. I don't like them. The setting is stupid.
Perhaps.
The characters are stupid.
Maybe that's why there's no 3, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes they just hit a wall.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've not that far into it, so I can't be like super judgmental. But
yeah, that's strange because you were just being super judgmental.
I know. It's hard. When you play like you play the first one, and then I booted up the second one as soon as I was done. I was like, what the fuck?
It's like what happened with
2 right in a row has got to be a different kind of feeling.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of it's during the day. Like that's why I like the first one. It's all dark and like crazy all the time.
Didn't it take place in New York City with like a real map?
Yeah, in Manhattan.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Earthbound's the only other really game I can think that's set in like Midwest America or like modern America.
Yeah, where there's
Harvest Moon.
Idiot. You've never
harvested the moon?
So that's what that game's about. I've never played it.
That's another classic game right there.
A classic Super
Her
Nintendo.
mitochondria moved New York City to the Midwest.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, this one, yeah, that plot's so insane. But I loved it.
I would recommend it to people then if I were you. It sounds like you like it.
Yeah, it was really good. I would definitely pick it up. What have you been playing lately? Because that obviously covers me and Nick. So
yeah, a lot of Donkey Kong Country 2, which is like probably the smoothest platformer to me. I mean, it's just so smooth. The controls are perfect. I really wish Rare didn't get bought by Microsoft because, let's be honest, like they fucked up. Viva Pinata's cool and everything.
Yeah, I didn't mind that game.
But when your track sheet is like GoldenEye 007 and Donkey Kong Country,
Perfect Dark,
Banjo-Kazooie,
and Banjo, like
yeah.
we could go on and on. When you make that good a game and are like that many good games, you just start putting out shit. It's like, oh man.
Perfect Dark remake for 360.
Oh, that's my pick for, you guys did that fucking Stinkers.
Oh yeah.
I just saw all 3 of you shake your heads.
Oh man, I camped out for the 360 at launch.
Right, so we got it.
Same with the Wii.
Or
so
we got Perfect Dark is what I was.
So I was like, yeah, they were like, buy like 3 games, get a free controller. So I was already gonna pick up
spend $180, get a $60 controller.
Yeah, it's a shitty deal, but whatever. It's launch day, so you don't give a fuck. You're just throwing paper at anyone who will come near you. So I got 2 other games, and then I was like, I guess I'll pick up Perfect Dark Zero. It's pretty good. I like the first one a lot. One of those things, and what a pile of shit, man. I don't get pissed off much, but god damn it.
I'm not gonna say I didn't beat the game.
If I could get a hold of whoever made that game in like a room with a few choice weapons, I'm pissed off, man. Like, you can't ruin shit like that.
Well, I mean, Rare's gone downhill, but like we said, they have so many bright spots. I mean,
yeah, to me, GoldenEye has still never been. I mean, when you're playing local shooters,
you might say that their flawed games are Rare.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Just keep going on with those, like.
Yeah,
every impulse just collect.
You're like that shitty dude from CSI with the glasses.
Looks like he beat her to death. Yeah. 2 pairs of sunglasses.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
It looks like Mama Cass bit off a little more than she could chew.
Yeah. Oh man! But other than that, other than Donkey Kong, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, of course.
Yeah,
I can't talk about that game enough.
Yeah, we've been playing that.
It's just so fun. Like,
Oh, fire can transfer in that game.
yeah,
Which was very confusing.
you got fire with who? Gary Payton or?
No, it's Detlef
Rain Man?
Schrempf.
Yeah, Gary Payton was on
Didn't it-
fire, and then I had to sit him down, so Detlef Schrempf carried his fire into the next quarter.
Nice.
Detlef.
And
All
on
right.
that note,
Yeah, and on that note, alright guys, thanks for listening to part 1 of episode 6. Stay tuned for part 2. And as always, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks guys.